Grace and peace, y'all, and welcome in. Got another late night channel message for you guys. I've already cleansed the energy, and I wanted to get right into this. The song I was hearing was Best Friend by 50 Cent. That can I be your best friend? I want you around all of that time. And I was sensing it was a masculine energy that I was tapping into. Now I don't get to tap into masculine energy that heavy, not random masculine energy. But it was really good because it's high vibrational. I really don't channel low vibrational anything, which is a blessing. Alright, so on my pre-shuffle, I've had 3 come out. Okay. So what I was feeling was a decision being made. And with the sync template, I know that that's definitely part of what's going on here. Making a decision to move away from a connection for something built on a truth. And we have the Ace of Swords. And it's because he's carrying burdens due to this past relationship. There's a lot of fighting going on in relationships, so he's deciding to make a different move. Now with the song Best Friend I was channeling, I'm feeling like he's made a decision to move forward, but to accept that his past movements is the reason why he keeps ending up in karmic entanglement. Because I'm sensing another connection that he wants to invest in. Yeah, made a decision to move to another connection. And in order for him to have a victory, he knows he needs to make sure that he does it in the right way. It needs to be done properly. So he's deciding to go after friendship instead of the raw connection, which is beautiful. Yeah, to go after friendship. So I'm sensing that he knows that that's where his victory is. Definitely knows that that's where his victory is. So the decision to go after it in friendship is something that's definitely very different from what he would normally do. He's recognizing that if he doesn't go after it properly, he won't be seen as the emperor. He's going to be seen as just any old dude, as a fool. Come through, Holy Spirit. Or he would at least be foolish if he didn't go after this properly. Okay. Now this is good. This is good because I'm going to be real. Healing usually is being led by the feminines, and not all, because we're going to be real. As many healed feminines are walking in their healing, they stepping into it. We got maybe the other half, they in their karmic, and they in it real heavy. It's as if the women, the feminine energies, that are stepping into healing, because they're pulling their energy back in order to reserve what they're doing and really cultivate that positive energy and generate that for themselves. The karmic energies are kind of seeping in. And I did touch on this on a message before, stating that there are a lot of karmic energies, karmic feminines, even in masculines, who are posing as divines. And it's up to us to know the difference. And a lot of times you're not going to know until you fooled, you in it, and you've been in it for a little bit, and now you're realizing this person is not it. And you're emotionally invested, thinking that things are going to go one way, and it don't. But I will say a lot of these karmic energies are pushing the masculines into their healing because they're recognizing that there's something different out there. And that is what's beautiful. We tend to not realize that the world, the whole system the world has us under, it is completely corrupted. We have traded out courting for dating. When you are courting someone, you're courting, meaning you're moving for long term. You're trying to make something that's going to last, trying to really build. When you say you're just dating, you're looking for a good time, a right now type of situation. And we wonder why these things are not working out. If you're going into a situation with short term as your actual mission, you can't be surprised when it ends, because that means I'm looking for an inevitable ending. And that's where we are. So we're being robbed of that ability to move forward properly because we're still stuck in mindsets that aren't necessary anymore. Mindsets that we actually have grown out of. One detrimental mindset is definitely for us feminine competing, especially competing for masculine energies. We got feminines who will just compete just to compete. But for the most part, we got feminines who are got feminines who are competing for the attention of masculines. And they're wondering why it leaves them feeling like this. Feeling robbed of their energy, robbed of their dignity, and holding the bag. You left holding it all. And wondering why it's not working. And it's because the way you got it is the way you're going to lose it. It's just how it goes. That's how energy goes. You call in what you put out. So if you are looking for someone to choose you over someone else, they're going to do that. They'll choose you. But when they find somebody that's worth choosing over you, they're going to do the same thing. And it's because you are telling them that you're okay with that system. And as long as you're okay with that system, the system won't change. They have no reason to change the system. It's not until you decide that you are no longer going to compete. If you recognize that there's someone for you, that even if you don't know the person right now, you don't know the soul right now, you know that it's there somewhere, and you refuse to settle for just anything, that's what brings it in. That is what brings it in. And we, as feminine energies, are supposed to be leading the way when it comes to this healing aspect. And we're not. When masculine energies compete, it's usually due to low vibrational energy within themselves. When they compete for feminine. When they are courting a feminine who is willing to be courted is not going to bounce between two separate energies. She will see if this energy is worth it, and if it is not, you are misaligned. You will now see if someone else is aligned with you. It is no juggling. There's none of this. None of this two of pentacles going on. You're not juggling because there's nothing to juggle, right? You're not looking to see who's better. It's who fits better for me, and in the most positive way, meaning who's going to lift me to my highest standard, who's going to support me while I'm in my development era, who can I also pour into and support while he is going through his movements. It's not about what you can gain in the short term. It's not about how much they make monetarily and what they can do for you. It's always looking at it from the aspect of what can we do together. And if that's not how you're looking at it, there's some healing that needs to be done. Got burdens again on the bottom of the deck. Because that's the overall energy when you do that. You're left with burdens. Give me more energy, Holy Spirit. Give me more energy. Yeah, we got a masculine who's looking to make some things work. He's putting in the work, and he knows that wow, we got two lines in reverse, which is always a good look. He's trying to put burdens down. Yeah, you're left holding burdens. And that's not at all what a relationship is. When they say love hurts, it's not true. That is not true in the least. If I had to describe what love was supposed to really be like, love is white paint, right? And every other emotion is a colored paint. So let's call hate black paint, anger red paint, anxiety orange paint, right? When you drop one drop of any of those other emotions into the white paint, into the love, it is completely tainted and you notice it immediately. White no longer looks white if you put in black, just a drop. It doesn't look white when you put in a drop of red. But if you reverse it and put one drop of white paint in a whole bucket of red paint, nothing really happens. You don't see a difference. It's not noticeable at all. And it shows you just how easily white paint love is corrupted when you give it another name or when you add something different. So many are fearful of love. And the reason is because they're calling it something different. They'll say, oh, nah, love, I've been betrayed by love. If you were betrayed, then that wasn't love. No, I was used. If you were used, that wasn't love. If it doesn't fall under the category, it's the other thing. It's not love. It was tainted, so it can't be that. It cannot be both. It would have to be one or the other. You can't love hate somebody. If you do, then there's something wrong. There's really something wrong. And it's not necessarily with your understanding of what it should be. It's your processing. You need a new perspective. So I'm just going to definitely leave that there. But this masculine energy is looking for the sun. Ooh, he got the Hierophant behind it. So he's looking for marriage. And he is moving toward it. And he ain't waiting. We got the devil in reverse. So he's changing his ways to be better for the sake of a new connection. Yeah, and apparently the energy that he wants to go toward, it's past life. This is past life energy. So this is someone that he's met before. Not in this lifetime. And that could be the reason why there's such an allure. When you have a solid past life with somebody and it comes back around, you know what in your soul, you know what in your body. The only thing you have to figure out is whether or not it is karmic past life energy or it is based in positive past life energy. It is based in your dharmas. When you truly know that based on how it feels. Like I said, if you can understand that that paint is white, it's still love. But you can tell when that energy is not, because there's a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of low vibrational activities. If it's based on just smexual activity, it's not love. That's not love. And most of the time, we're getting ourselves entangled in those types of situations because we have been trained to think that we can sample. I'm getting the vision of a buffet. My spirit's going to be giving me some weird visualizations. I'm getting the visualization of a buffet. We think it is okay to sample everything and then decide after we've sampled everything to go back to the thing that tastes the best on the plate. It's not how it goes. It's not how it goes. When you sample too many different energies, they're stuck inside of your auric field. This is something that I've been teaching more so lately to a lot of my groups in 3D, is to understand energy transference. This is very much needed. This masculine going through the process of deciding to pull his energy back and heal before he steps into a new connection because he wants it to work. This is the way it needs to be done. And the reason is because when you are still healing from a connection, you still have that old energy. You're still connected to it, even if you severed the connection. If the other person is holding on to your energy, even though you've severed the connection, that connection is still alive. It may be dulling, but it's still alive. If you leave the door semi-open because it's your baby daddy, baby mama, and it's just kind of open just in case, so you didn't put a stop to the energy, but you told them that you needed space, it's still alive. And those threads of energy can still taint the new relationship. Now, let's be real, because we feminines are not using our intuition enough. All feminines, regardless if you tapped in or not, you divine or not, we have a built-in system that protects us emotionally. Your intuition can pick up on if there's another feminine and a masculine energy that you're interested in. Naturally. Now, the strength of that ability is on you, whether or not you listen to your intuition or you're working on yourself. That is strengthened. It's a muscle. If you choose to ignore the fact that you know you sensed it off a masculine, and it could be any of the clairs that you sensed it through. You know, a smell. It could have been a sound that he made, or a sound that you heard, something, a conversation. It can be any way that it happens for you. You'll pick up on another feminine's energy off of the masculine. Now, if you're in that mindset of competing, you think you can win this masculine over, but even if you do, that other energy is still on that person. So you are not only partaking on him, you're partaking in her too. And if she is unhealed, you now have all of their unhealed dynamics and anything else that's happening in that relationship, and that is unhealthy in some sanitary, energetically, y'all. We need to be more diligent when it comes to allowing situations to fall away properly, to close doors fully, because that's another thing too, is a lot of us are very loosey-goosey on how we play these energies. Yeah, walk away officially. It has to be done, done, done. Done, done, done. If it ain't fully done, you're literally just walking into your own traps. You are. And we wonder where the heartache comes from. It comes from ignoring your intuition. It comes from thinking that it's a game that you can win, like you're trying to beat out competition. It comes from you allowing yourself to base your worth on these situations. This is not how it gets done. If you're looking for success in relationships, it's not that way. Now, I know many would say, okay, well, you're single, so how could you be an expert on this? I'm single because I refuse to settle. Everyone needs to be single that way. Settling is the worst thing you can do. It's just taking whatever is delivered to you. I know how much work I've done on myself and what I'm willing to provide for masculine energy. You need to know that within yourself, because then you won't settle for anything coming back to you. I don't know who needed to hear it, but they needed to hear it. Again, past life energy. I don't know who this person is, but this person is important not only to the development, but it's important to their spirit. Like, they feel spiritually connected to this feminine energy that they're going after, this new connection. Now, of course, I spoke on feminine, I spoke on masculine. We do have both feminine and masculine energy within us. I'm speaking on the dominant factor within whoever I am tapping into today. So it can be a feminine who is heavily leaning masculine. It can be a masculine who's heavily leaning feminine that they're interested in. Take it as it resonates and leave the rest for whoever it is for. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Father God, what's your final input on this, Father God? Yeah, I'm hearing a song by Usher that tell me again, can we be lovers and friends? So this person doesn't want just a lover, they want a friend. And they want more of a friend before they want a lover. Give me a second. Abundance. That's how they see this person. They see this person as abundant. This person, they see them as fruitful. Oof, I'm dropping all the cards. Give me more. Yeah, stepping into the healing. Cards are flying. We got connect and comfort. So this person feels like when they connect with the second person, it brings them comfort. Yeah. So God is saying, have faith. Like, continue doing what you're doing because you're on the right track. Have faith. Focus on how you're moving. Reassess on your past movements. The things that have put you in that headspace of uncomfortability. I'm getting, look at your reasonings on why you fell into those traps. You know, you're already assessing yourself and seeing the difference in how you want to move. This is exactly what you need to be doing. And let it go. Like I said, ending connections properly, fully. It's important to be able to move forward. If you really are desiring to take this to a whole nother level with a new person, you are going to have to, I'm telling you, detach. You're going to have to let it go. And that's what's going to bring in the new for you. All right, let me see if there's anything you need to release or install. Ooh, right on the jump. We got two. So we got release nervousness and release overwhelm. So there's no need for you to be nervous or overwhelmed when it comes to this situation, the new situation. Just let go of whatever you need to let go and allow. God got you. You are doing exactly what you need to be doing, and because you are, you're moving toward your heart's desires. What do we need to install? What needs to be installed? We got install empowerment and content. Now it could be content or content. So you being content and understanding that you will be accepted how you are. So that is a big factor too when you're coming out of a situation. And I'm getting that, like I said, you know, we got the 5 of Wands earlier, fighting happening. So you know what it's like to have to go through the battle in a relationship. You don't need to do anything else. You will be accepted for who you are. So remain empowered. You weren't broken. You just had a system that needed to be reevaluated. Now that you're evaluating your system and you're switching it up, it's going to net you a different result. I'm seeing 5-5 in my mind's eye. So change is inevitable. As long as you're not doing the same thing and expecting a different result, change is inevitable. And I got, you are protected, release conflicted. Don't be conflicted anymore. You make a decision, you've decided, stick with your decision. Don't be conflicted, especially with somebody else's emotionality, because I'm getting that. So, the past energy is not going to want to let you go easy. For some reason, I don't know what is going on, but they don't want to let you go easy. They want to hold on. I think it's because I did see that the past energy is looking for stability that comes from you. They don't want to let go. You got to do what you got to do. This is your life to live, not anybody else's. So do not allow yourself to be conflicted and install protected. You are protected, baby. You are protected, baby. Since you are protected, make the moves. You know what the right moves are, and you know what the wrong moves are. I'm getting children or child is involved as well, which is making it a little bit more difficult to make a decision for yourself. What I will say is this, because I am a mother. What I will say is this. A child who is watching a situation unfold in a negative way, they pick up on energy. So they may not know what's really going on, the core of the issues, but they pick up on when things are not balanced. That's terrible to put a child through, the fact that they can see what's going on and they're not even being spoken to about it. It doesn't matter the age. This can be a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old. they can still figure out that there's something happening and they pick up on it, and you're also teaching them what to accept. So if the idea that you're trying to stay for a child, know that if the situation is not good, you're better off stopping it and teaching that child to let go of what does not serve them, instead of teaching them to grit and bear, things for the sake of the children. This is how people end up in relationships, karmic relationships, for years, saying, I did it for the kids. You ain't do nothing for the kids, we get them trauma. Kids what it is. All right. I'm going to end this right here because I feel like we pulled exactly what we needed to know, you guys. Yeah. We're on our healing path, and we all need to step into it, especially my feminines. I need y'all to step into it. I need y'all to understand the importance of celibacy, like how it builds your energetic aura, your essence, while you are giving yourself away. That's one of the reasons why you feel like you need to compete with other feminines. There's only one you, which means there's only one person for you. You don't have to compete with somebody else, especially if that person does not want to be there. It is what it is. All right. I'm going to leave this here, you guys. Thank you for being present. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. I don't say this enough. Like it, share it, comment definitely. Yeah, do what else? Thanks. And I'm going to catch you in the next one. Love and light, y'all. Yeah, peace.